In the world of hospitality, the next great competitive advantage, it won't just be five-star service or a prime location. It's going to be data. So today, we're diving into the foundations of AI readiness, what it really takes to get your business ready for the age of artificial intelligence. Hello and welcome. As a hotel AI expert, I've spent years deep in modern hospitality operations, and I am absolutely delighted to welcome all you students from Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. My goal is simple: to support your professional growth in one of the most exciting industries on the planet. Okay, before we dive any deeper, we need to get one thing crystal clear. It's the single most important rule in all of data science: garbage in, garbage out. It's a simple idea, but with massive implications. It means even the most powerful, most expensive AI is totally useless if the information you feed it is flawed, incomplete, or just plain wrong. This is the central challenge we have to solve. So let's diagnose the situation in most hotels today. And I found the best way to think about this is with a metaphor that's going to frame our entire conversation today: the idea of unrefined fuel. I want you to think of it like this. Let's say artificial intelligence is the powerful, high-performance engine that's going to drive the modern hotel forward. Give it speed, efficiency, and that crucial competitive edge. Well, if AI is the engine, then it's simple. Your data is the fuel for that engine. And just like any high-performance car, its power, its reliability, it all comes down to the quality of the fuel you put in the tank. And here it is. This is the core issue. Most hotels are sitting on these huge reserves of data: guest info, spending habits, preferences. But this data, this fuel, it's unrefined. It's scattered all over the place. It's inconsistent. And it is just not ready to power a sophisticated AI engine. So what's the biggest, most obvious symptom of this unrefined fuel problem? Well, it's something we call data silos. And this is where the foundation of an AI-ready hotel really starts to show its cracks. So what are they? Put simply, data silos are just isolated information systems inside your hotel that don't talk to each other. Your front desk system doesn't talk to your restaurant system, which doesn't talk to your spa system. And this separation creates a fractured, incomplete, and honestly, a pretty misleading picture of your guests and your business. This slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the traditional model, where the property management system, the point of sale, the spa, they're all on their own little islands. But on the right, that's the goal. That's the AI-ready hotel, where all systems are integrated and they're all feeding into one single unified guest profile. Now, the consequence of those silos is critical. It means that for a single guest staying with you, your hotel is actually holding three different, totally incomplete versions of them. The front desk knows their room preference, the restaurant knows their favorite wine, and the spa knows their treatment history. But no single system knows the whole person. And that's the broken picture you're feeding to your AI. Okay, so that's the problem. It sounds pretty bad, right? But if that's the diagnosis, what's the prescription? Well, it's a clear, straightforward process that we call the AI-ready audit. This is your treatment plan. And this isn't some impossibly complex thing. It's a manageable four-step process. First, you map out your data flow to see exactly where the disconnects are. Second, you start designing the architecture for that unified profile. Third, and this is crucial, you start cleaning up all your existing data. And finally, you set new standards so that from now on, only clean, high-quality fuel gets into your system. Because this is what it's all about. This is the goal: the unified guest profile. It's a single, centralized 360-degree view of your guest that captures every single interaction, from the moment they book, to that room service order, to their visit to the gym. And this is where the magic really happens. This is what turns a generic label like business traveler into a vegan wellness enthusiast who prefers late checkouts. Now, which of those two profiles do you think is going to lead to better personalization, smarter marketing, and a truly unforgettable guest experience? It's a no-brainer. But look, bringing all the data together isn't enough. It also has to be clean. As you can see here, if you're feeding your AI inconsistent data, you're just creating confusion. For example, if one person types UK, another types United K, and a third types UK, your AI thinks those are three different countries. It sounds small, but that one tiny error completely skews your reports. Data cleanliness is all about standardizing this stuff, so your AI always gets a clear, accurate picture. All right, so you've done the hard work.
your fuel, your data, is unified and refined. But there's one final technical piece of the puzzle. We need a way to actually get that high-quality fuel to the engine, and that's where we talk about activating the engine with APIs.
An open API, or application programming interface, is essentially the digital bridge we need. It's the technology that lets your core systems, like your PMS, securely connect and share all that clean, refined data fuel with powerful external AI platforms.
So to bring our big metaphor all the way home, if AI is the engine and data is the fuel, then you can think of APIs as the crucial fuel lines. Without them, you could have the best fuel in the world, but it's not going anywhere. It can't get to the engine to generate any power.
Okay, let's bring this all together and talk about what this means for you as the future leaders of the hospitality industry. Think of this as your mandate. So, if you remember nothing else from our time today, remember these 4 things. 1. AI is only as good as its data. 2. Your first and most fundamental task is to break down those internal data silos. 3. That AI-ready audit isn't optional. It is absolutely essential for success. And 4. Open APIs are the critical connectors that make the whole thing work. At the end of the day, when you do this foundational work, making sure your systems are open, clean, and interconnected, you're not just managing data. You're creating the fertile ground, the perfect environment where AI can truly thrive and deliver the kinds of insights that will let you blow past the competition. And that leaves us with one final question. A question I want you to carry with you as you move forward in your careers. As a future leader, what will be your first step to make sure your hotel's data is a powerful asset that drives you forward instead of a liability that holds you back?